welcome to Stump the Scientist. This week's question comes from Nicholas. He wants to know, how close are we to making nuclear fusion a reality?
A good question. And let's start by telling our listeners what fusion is. Fusion is the combining of two light atoms to produce a heavy atom. The nuclei of the light atoms combine together to produce the nucleus of a heavier atom. In this process, some mass is lost. Some mass is converted into energy, and so this is a process that gives off a lot of energy. Now, to the question of when this can become a reality, it is very much a reality now in the universe as a whole, because this is how the stars shine. All of the stars produce their light and heat through the fusion process. They combine lighter atoms like hydrogen into heavier atoms, like helium or even heavier atoms. And even on Earth, fusion is indeed a reality, because this is how our thermonuclear weapons work. Our H-bombs work by fusion of hydrogen or light atoms into heavier atoms. And that, of course, produces a lot of energy. So we presume that what Nicholas really wants to know is, when can fusion be a reality for commercial electric power generation, for useful commercial uses of energy? This is a very hard problem. We've been working on this problem in science and engineering now for at least 30 or 40 years. And we're still away from any answer. There are some large experiments being done. The reason the problem is very hard is that in order to get atoms to fuse, you have to take them to very, very high temperatures. I'm talking about millions of degrees. At those temperatures, we have no containers that can hold the materials that are fusing. And so physicists have resorted to using magnetic fields to try to contain the materials, or trying to put the energy in so fast that the material doesn't have a chance to explode away before it fuses. These are two approaches. There is a big experiment being done in Carterache, France, of which the U.S. is a part. It's called ITER, and it's attempting to carry the magnetic containment method of fusion to the point where we can make some energy with that method, but it still will not be commercial power production. That experiment will start around 2020, and it'll probably be at least another 25 years after that before commercial power reactors might be made that way, if everything succeeds. There is another experiment going on here at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory called the National Ignition Facility, where fusion is produced by dumping energy very fast into the material you would like to fuse before it can explode away. And the energy is dumped in via lasers. So they have a very big laser, the world's largest laser there. Their experiments will start this year. But I'm sure it will take at least another 25 years before that method can be made into a commercial power plant. So the answer to Nicholas' question is, we really don't know when we'll have commercial fusion power reactors available. We're working on it. At least 25 years, but that's just a guess. Good question, Nicholas.